Hi, welcome to this session. This session is about how to create your first Selenium script, that is, open your browser and close it. But before that, let us understand how Selenium communicates with the web browser. Over here, there are three components that is shown. One is the browser, the next is the driver, and the next is Selenium. That is Selenium WebDriver, which uses Selenese language in order to communicate. So, Selenium WebDriver cannot directly communicate with the browser. As you can see, there is a middle layer driver that is involved over here. Hence, we need to download a driver instance of that browser. For example, if I'm using a Chrome browser, I may need to download the driver that is offered by the Chrome creators. This driver has certain controls in it that I've already mentioned over here that can be invoked by the Selenium WebDriver. Since the Selenium that we are using in order to communicate with the web browser needs a web driver, so that is why it is called as a Selenium WebDriver. There is a Selenium IDE which helps us to record and playback scripts, but that we are going to see in the framework types. For now, we are going to concentrate only on the Selenium WebDriver. Also, there is another component of Selenium which is called as Selenium RC, and that will help you to run the same script in different browsers altogether. As you have now understood what exactly is a driver and how web browser communicates with Selenium, we'll now go and create our script. Let us expand this window and let us expand our project that we have already created earlier. And over here you can see src test java, and inside that we are now going to create our first script. So just right click and go to new, go to create a class, and let's name this class. Now you can see that I've given an appropriate name. This means that what my class is doing is what I've described in very brief way. So even you have to do the same thing. Please provide appropriate names that is describing your website or the client, because that shows how professional and how neat you are. So let us just click on this part, public static void main, because we are going to use that. Now over here, class will help us to describe our code. You can see that we have created a class file, and this class file will contain all the Java codes that is going to be executed on the JVM, that is the Java Virtual Machine. This virtual machine is going to help us to execute all the Java codes. The keyword public static void main is used to execute all the methods we have created in the class, and the priority is decided line by line as we write the code. Now supposedly I'm going to write a code for say print hello, and it will execute that first. The next I'll write is print 1 or 2. So it will print that next. The next, if I want to write say print 3, it will print that. So over here we are going to follow a sequential execution. Over here you can see that I am writing this public void method 1. Now this method or a function will help us to write our code logics. And we can call that method in this particular main method. So main method will perform the execution, as I'll say call method 1. It will call the method 1 and it will help us to execute that. Let us first start by writing the properties to be set for calling our Chrome driver. This lecture is going to be explained in Chrome. So those who do not use Chrome, next lecture is for you. We are going to execute on all the different browsers. So for now, you just have to watch this particular video in order to understand what is going at the back end. Now we'll write and call our system class. This is how we call the class, and then we are going to set its property. Over here, the key values mean that you are going to enter webdriver.chrome.driver. This means that the driver that we are going to pass is Chrome driver. Now we are going to enter where our Chrome driver is located. I am going to keep it in the resources folder. So let us just take that path first. Right click on that folder, go to show in, and then go to System Explorer. Over here, we are going into the resources, which is empty for now. This is an empty folder and we are going to download our driver into this. So let us just paste the path. And let us keep this path ready. Just save this by pressing Ctrl S. And we are now going to the Chrome and downloading our Chrome driver. And right over here, download Chrome driver for Windows. After that, I'll get the official site for downloading this. Then let us click on that. And over here, you can see that there are certain versions of the Chrome that is available. Now let us check our Chrome version. Over here, I'll go to the settings and then go to help and then about Google Chrome. I can find the version over here. That is 83. So we have to check this version and accordingly download the 83rd version. So I've already downloaded. If you're using Windows, you need to download this particular file. There you can see that I have the Chrome driver zip and I have extracted that. Inside it I have the driver. So let's just copy it. Press Ctrl key on the keyboard and then go to your Eclipse. And inside this resources you need to paste that. For that just right click on this particular folder and just paste. Over here your Chrome driver gets copied. So press F2 for renaming and you can copy the entire path. Then cancel this. And we will now complete our path with the name. So right now we have given the name. You can also press enter over here and yes, we are able to see. So now that we have completed our path, let's call our driver object. Call the parent class WebDriver, which is the driver is equals to new Chrome driver. So now our driver is initialized with the Chrome driver object. So we can now use it to do the functions that we want with our Chrome. Driver.manage.window.maximize. This will maximize your window. Open our URL with the help of the driver. We are going to use the function get in order to do it. And just type your URL in here. And we'll now quit our driver. That is, we'll ask it to close. Before we click on execute, I would like to show you how to view this console. For that, go to Window, go to Show View, and then here you can find your console. Just click on it and you will be able to view the console. For executing this script, on the left hand side, you will be able to see run start and open browser.java. This is the class we want to run, and let us just run and see what happens. It will display some warnings, so you need not worry about this one. Now let us just comment this particular line and see how the URL gets opened. You can see a smaller window is opened and the URL got opened. and nothing was maximized. So this is what that particular code does. It will maximize your window for a better view. So this was the old-fashioned way of executing script by downloading the driver and setting the properties. Let's end this lecture over here and let's see in the next lecture the new way to create a WebDriver instance without downloading this particular driver and without setting the property. Thank you.